Massive opportunities in real estate in 2023. Today, tomorrow, next week, next month, and again next year, there's going to be massive opportunities. Success is when preparation meets opportunity. If you're not prepared for it, you might not be able to capitalize on it. You might not even see it. In this video, I'm going to tell you how. All right, Matt the Mortgage Guy, mortgage broker, powered by You Mortgage, licensed in 48 states. To connect with me and my team, go to greatmortgagebroker.com. I want to talk about something today because I think it's important. I know real estate investors that are winning in many, many markets across the US. And while I understand it might not be the perfect time for you as an individual in your specific market, in your niche, for what you're trying to buy, I implore you to be prepared. I implore you to go out there and put together the skill set, the network, all the things it's going to take so that when opportunity arises, not only are you ready to capitalize on it, but you know what it looks like, right? So in today's video, I want to go through a few steps about preparation specifically related to real estate and real estate investing. There's going to be things that you do to be prepared. I'm not saying buy. I'm saying be prepared in case an opportunity arises. The number one thing that you want to think about when you're thinking about real estate is that it's dynamic. It changes. Markets fluctuate, right? Prices, demand, interest rates, so many things. And when it changes, you don't necessarily always have a heads up that an opportunity is going to arise. A quick example that's close enough in our history for people to understand is that an uptick in mortgage rates in 2022 created a market in Q4 of 2022 where a lot of markets saw inventory sitting. Nobody wanted to buy it. I can tell you that in all kinds of different markets across the US, I had buyers buying properties writing their own terms on price, writing their own terms on how much seller credit they were going to get, using that seller credit, cover all their closing costs, do a 3-2-1 rate buy down, do all kinds of stuff that ended up being a fantastic deal. Only a few months later, with a little bit of rate tick down and even tighter inventory, those deals no longer were there, right? So the people that had prepared in advance, that were ready, who knew what to look for, saw the opportunity, seized the opportunity, put themselves in a position to write the offers that were a good deal for them, and something that the seller had to take because of their position of being on the market for 97 days and needing to move across the country. But markets change. That's number one to think about, right? And so you don't know what it's going to look like in Q3, Q4 of 2023. You don't know what's going to look like in Q2 of 2024. You can't control that. I can't control that. What you can control is how prepared you are to spot opportunity and act on it, right? One of the things you can do, and I'm going to go through, like, I'll call it five things that you should be doing. One, build a strong network. Build a network in the area you're looking to buy with the people that can possibly present you with deals. Also, build the network with the people that are doing what you want to do. You want to run Airbnbs, build that network, gain those connections, and have the conversations now, not after you see an opportunity and you see people have bought there for the last 6 months, right? You want to be there in the front end. So, like, by being prepared, you can build and nurture those relationships, whether it's fellow investors, real estate agents, a lender, right? All these type of things. You get leads, partnership opportunities, all kinds of stuff which will significantly enhance your real estate business if you build a strong network. That's number one. Number two is developing expertise. You're going to develop expertise in whatever areas you're looking to invest in, right? Some people want to do a house hack. Some people want to do Airbnb. Some people are looking for just a buy and hold long-term investment. Some are doing midterm, renting to nurses. Whatever you're doing as a real estate investor, you want to be really good at it. In real estate, knowledge is power. The more you know, the more powerful you are at building wealth, creating cash flow, doing the things that I'm sure you're doing real estate for, right? So take time, put in some effort, educate yourself about market trends, financing options. This is where that lender comes in handy, right? You know your options if you've done the work to build the network and get that stuff. You're going to learn about legal regulations. I can't invest in this area to do an Airbnb because they've got regulations that says I can't do it there. You're going to learn about property valuations, what's a deal, what's not a deal, all these things. Develop expertise, study, learn, get better. Number three, preparing financial resources. I talk to people all the time that have grandiose dreams and aspirations about real estate. They're going to buy here. They're going to build an ADU. They're going to do a certain type of rental in the front with the ADU. They're going to do, midterm rentals to nurse, all these things. They haven't even started talking to the lenders or the people that are going to do the financing part on how all of it works. How much do I have to put down if I'm going to buy a single family residence as an investment property? How much would I have to put down if it was something that I lived in and I rented out rooms? How could I finance the ADU? What if I wanted to buy this, build that, and then refinance everything? What if I wanted to buy, rent out? All these scenarios, you can get answers to that before you act, right? And there's some sweet middle ground between analysis paralysis and studying, learning, asking questions for 9 years and never buying something. And the other end of the spectrum, which is like, tell me as much as I need to know in 10 minutes because I'm putting in an offer 15 minutes from now, right? You want to be able to act swiftly when a lucrative opportunity arises. And like I've said here, you won't even know what that lucrative opportunity is if you haven't put in the work beforehand to prepare yourself, right? Number four is conducting due diligence, right? Opportunities in real estate have risks. They have challenges, right? People come to me sometimes and they say, look at this great deal I found. Oh, I didn't know that homeowners insurance was $5,000 a year in that area. Oh, I didn't know that an HOA that was $450 a month, and that's probably going to kill the cash flow. By being prepared, you can conduct the thorough due diligence. You're going to know the areas. You're going to know different, loan types and what that's going to look like, what the current rates are, what a monthly payment is going to look like. You've got, rent surveys and how much rent is going to be in this area. If I do it long-term, what can I get, through AirDNA if I'm going to do an Airbnb type model? All these things reduces unexpected surprises, increases the likelihood of a successful outcome. Five is adapting to emerging trends, right? I think that there was a lot of people that were ahead of the curve with Airbnb. They got great deals on properties. They got great financing in place. They became great operators and they've got a successful business. And then there's the people that were way late on the trend, thought that it was easy, thought that they didn't need to, learn anything about it, plug and play, any market, any condition, any type of house, any type of operator. And they wonder why they're losing money, right? You've got to be ready for the opportunity and you've got to put in the work to know how to do it. One, but you also want to be learning about emerging trends so you're on the front end of it, right? I know a lot of areas where, the market increased drastically in price because of an emerging trend where people saw an opportunity to make money and money followed, right? So embracing new technologies, exploring emerging markets, looking at consumer demands. Like I know really smart investors that are looking through the lens of what do renters want? long-term renters, short-term renters, vacation renters, all these different people. And how do I position myself to be the best product for them, right? New doors, new opportunities. I'm going to add a bonus one on here because I think that like personal development, professional development, all that stuff, we'll throw that in there as number 6, right? That's something I'm passionate about in all areas of life, whether it's health, whether it's marriage, whether it's fatherhood or motherhood or real estate investing. You want to be continually learning and developing yourself personally and professionally. Real estate is one of those things. It requires ongoing learning and growth. Like it changes, right? What worked 10 years ago doesn't work today. Just ask a real estate investor that had a successful real estate business in 1980 who hasn't opened up a book or the internet and they're trying to operate things like they did in the 80s. That won't work, right? By investing, conferences, meetup groups, whatever it takes in yourself, in your personal and professional development, you enhance your skills, expand your knowledge base. You're also going to network and expand the referral base and network there as well. But, you equip yourself with the tools needed to seize opportunities. That's my advice. That's my advice for people who throw their hands up and go, you know what? I heard real estate's a good investment and I know it is, but it ain't for me. I took a look around my neighborhood. I spent 19 minutes and I'm giving up, right? Go out there, study a little bit, get some mentors, get around some people that are winning, find out what they're doing, learn for yourself. Then you'll be confident and ready to seize opportunity when it comes. Hopefully this is helpful. Let me know what else you want to hear from me. If you want to connect me and my team, that's easy. greatmortgagebroker.com. Go out there, capitalize on opportunity. The end.